Despite the optimistic tone of Chrystia Freeland, what she was saying there, these deep core divisions like topics like dairy and the dispute panels, the parties are still very far apart on them.
Yeah, that's correct. As we saw, Canadian Foreign Minister Chrystia Freeland is back here in Washington having talks with her American counterpart. She said that they would continue talking tonight and meet again tomorrow, though as we just heard, she said that the talks were cordial and constructive. That being said, she also said there was more work to do, and we know that there are several big issues that remain between the two countries. Two of those, dispute resolution panels that the U.S. wants to axe from the Nafta framework, and the Canadians say that's not going to happen, and also access to Canadian dairy markets, have been long-standing divisions between the two sides throughout the entirety of these Nafta talks. So nothing new there, but it appears that there would need to be some big movement to get to any kind of deal before the end of the week.
Yeah, and the end of the week is exactly what the next deadline is. Do we know the, rationale for setting that deadline?
Yes, so we do have a good idea of why that deadline was acknowledged. A Canadian official earlier this week said that Thursday was widely seen as the deadline. That's kind of been floating around Washington for a while, that the negotiators had to come to some kind of high-level agreement by Thursday. That's for a couple of reasons. One is that once a high-level agreement or a handshake deal is reached, lawyers have to turn that into a legal text, formalize it. Before, the U.S. side had said that they wanted to turn a copy of that agreement over to Congress by the end of the month. We know that the negotiators wanted to finish up the deal because they wanted it to be signed off before incoming Mexico's new president assumed office. So barring a major movement on those divisions, it looks unlikely they're going to meet that Thursday deal. That being said, they've blown past deadlines before. Talks could come, could spill over into next week and continue. But we must remember, overhanging all of this is that Trump threat to move forward without Canada. If and when he does decide that the deadline has been breached, that threat remains. He has vowed to move forward with just Mexico, and that has to be spurring negotiators a little bit.